Our next guest is a Tony Award-winning and Grammy-nominated actress and singer who has starred on Broadway in shows such as Carousel, Wicked, and Grease. You can see her back on Broadway in Merrily We Roll Along, which is now playing at the Hudson Theater through July 7th. Please welcome to the show, Lindsay Mendez, everybody. You?
Oh my God, I'm fantastic.
I'm fantastic. I can't believe you are kind enough to come here knowing that you have to go and do a show tonight. So you're incredibly grateful and honored. And you have some very exciting personal news. You're expecting your second. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, yes. This is my farewell to leather for a while.
Is it exciting to be on a Broadway stage every night, knowing you're carrying around someone that later in life you'll be able to say, and there you were out with me?
Yeah, I keep thinking like they're gonna know Uncle Dan and Uncle John's voices.
Yeah.
They're gonna know a Sondheim score when they come out of the womb. It's pretty
That's
cool.
really fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And your 2-year-old, is that correct? Does she ever come by the theater?
Yeah, she's there 3 times a week.
That's fantastic.
She hands out props and checks the mics with sound and then when we all go down for the overture, we all go off stage and warm up and stuff. She dances with us all off stage, and then my fiance swoops her up and takes her out of the side door when the show proper starts, and she's always like, "I'll see you guys later. Have a great show." So loud, like while our mics are on. So I feel like the audience very often hears her.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
Hearing a child say, "I'll see you guys later," is a really fun.
Yes.
This is Jonathan Groff. This is Daniel Radcliffe. This is a story about a 20-year friendship, but it's told in reverse.
Yes.
When you were a young person, you first came to New York City. Do you remember what your 20 years ago in New York was like?
Of course. I mean, I was a baby then.
Yeah. A child.
But a mere child. I remember moving here from California and just knowing that there was a place for me here. I never felt like I fit in anywhere quite like I did when I got to this city. I just felt the electricity here. I felt that there were so many unique people here, and I felt like I could really...
Had you visited as a kid? Had your parents thought to
I had come one time with my dad when I was 12, and I saw a couple Broadway shows and was like, this is it for me.
That's fantastic.
And so I didn't go to college. I moved right here. My parents were crazy.
Yeah.
And
but supportive?
But so supportive.
That's really wonderful. Now, again, their support has been, you've justified it, right? You are a Tony Award winner.
Yes,
Congratulations.
yes, thank you.
But I have heard that your siblings have a very fun nickname for you.
Yes, my siblings used to call me Dr. Mendez because they felt I was the only one of us who didn't go to college, and yet my parents spent more money on lessons for me. They felt I should have my doctorate. So I felt like winning the Tony was kind of like equal to that.
That's your doctorate.
Yeah, I was like, I've made it enough that they should feel like their money was well spent, I hope.
Yes.
At this point.
There's a very famous Sondheim play,
yes.
So it's very exciting to do a revival, and especially now, we obviously recently lost Stephen. It must feel very special to do it, have it be succeeding. And I think obviously a lot of fans are showing up because it's Sondheim. But you also, you have Jonathan Groff and you have Daniel Radcliffe, and they have been in massive things out of it. Can you ever look out and be like, I know who is a Harry Potter fan in the audience?
The people with the Gryffindor scarves.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway, right?
Yeah. But it's funny, they come a Harry Potter fan, but they leave a Sondheim fan.
That's great. I mean,
that's
so almost
awesome.
why it's so wonderful when someone like Daniel does something like this.
Oh, 100%. He draws this audience in, and then people come away loving theater. I mean, it's just, it's the best.
You also did Wicked, and
I did.
You actually had, so I mean, everybody plays the role, has to wear the green makeup. How is your reaction to the green makeup years?
I mean, I always looked ill.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when like off stage all the time.
Did you just choose not to take it off though? I'm just wondering.
Yeah. I like to cosplay from time to time, I had like a press thing that day, and so I had to like go out in it that day. That was really a blast. I never got a cab. I couldn't.
I mean, you almost can't blame them. You're like,
I know. They're like, I'm not sure I want to deal with that today in New York. Yeah.
You were in Grease.
I was.
Was that your first Broadway
That was my
show?
Broadway debut.
And your Broadway debut was Grease, and a very unique casting story for how you ended up in Grease.
Yeah, that was Grease. You're the one that I want, where they let people vote for the Sandy and Danny on reality TV.
So you were a reality TV show cast.
I wasn't casted on reality TV. I was cast the normal way, but the two leads.
I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
what a
I was
trip.
cast like a year before, and so then I got to watch the show and vote for who I wanted to be in my cast.
I know you can't. Now you have
I'm
to
definitely
say yes.
not going to say
Yeah, great. Who you voted for?
who I voted
Yeah.
for.
Okay, that's very smart.
Yeah.
And this is a wonderful photo we were lucky enough to get our hands on. There you are in Sound of Music, the youngest of the Von Trapps.
Yes, that was my first show ever, and I totally fell in love.
Were you of the age? Did you know the musical when you auditioned for Sound?
I had seen the movie.
Yeah, and were you one of the kids who watched that movie 100 times?
Of course.
Yeah.
A million times. I mean, all I did was watch musical. Once I like understood that there were these things, it was all I could watch.
It's very nice when people find exactly what they want to do at a young age.
Isn't it
And we're
lovely?
very lucky for all of us that you did. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you,
Congrats
Seth.
on the
Thanks
show.
for having me.
That's Lindsay Mendez, everybody. Merrily We Roll Along is playing at the Hudson Theater July 7th. We'll be right back with more Late Night, everybody.